name is Phil Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And if you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. And, for the group out there who doesn't enjoy this content, also hit the subscribe button, because, why not? It's one click away. Now, and I got a third message, and this will be to that third, and probably the largest group, who feels somewhat ambivalent about this content. If you're in that group, hit the subscribe button as well, because you never know, I might come up with something you like. So, just hit the subscribe button, the like button, the share button, and thank you very much. And I want to show you my appreciation, so I give away stuff. I like stuff, you like stuff, we all like stuff. I don't know what stuff I'm giving away when this video is going to be released. So check the video notes and you will find out what that stuff is and how you can get that stuff. It's normally a competition. Well, it's not really, you don't have to answer a question. You just got to put your name in, and we pull your name out of a hat once a week. And there's also a download for everybody. So I like everybody to be able to walk away with something. So yeah, again, check the video notes and get yourself some stuff. Now, some stuff I thought that was very surprisingly good, which really I didn't expect to be good at all. And, one of the reasons I didn't expect it to be good, because I've seen it many times before, but I'm completely blown away, is Suicide Squad. I watched Suicide Squad the other night, and oh my god, that is so much better than than I remember it being. So here's what happened. I was channel surfing. Well, I wasn't really channel surfing. I was doing my version of channel surfing. I got a hard drive, this teeny tiny hard drive, like that big, and it's got a gazillion. It's got like every episode of like Batman, the animated series. It's got tons and tons and tons of stuff on it, movies, and just like an insane amount on this thing. I have it connected to my computer. My computer's on a network. So basically, when I sit down at my TV, I can watch my stuff on my computer on my TV, and it's fantastic. And that's how I channel stuff. I just go through the different files I have, blah, blah, blah. And I came across Suicide Squad. I thought, you know what? It's been a good few years since I've seen it. Why not? Why not give it a try? And again, I am so freaking happy I did. So here's the great thing about watching movies. When they come out in the recent past, I go back and watch like old movies all the time, like stuff from the 70s and the 60s, whatever. But it's not often I watch movies from like the recent history, and it's a really good thing to do, because you get to evaluate it with really fresh eyes, and you get to evaluate it very much more on its own merits rather than anything else. Because when a movie comes out, you're bombarded with the advertising campaign and the promotion for it, which is trying to tell you this movie is this thing. And then you also get the fan reaction online, which wants to tell you this movie is this thing. So Suicide Squad has a reputation. I think a reasonably well-earned reputation as not being a great movie, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it's really much better than I remember it to be. Probably you remember it too. And it's really, really worth checking out. So why am I so on board for this movie? For a lot of reasons. They get a lot right. That first act, freaking incredible. That first act is probably one of the best expressions of DC superheroes, of superheroes in general, on film. It's absolutely incredible. It is so, what's the word? I wouldn't say reverent, but it's so authentic to the source material. And that even includes Will Smith playing Deadshot. Now, I have to say, I'm not a massive DC Comics fanboy. I'm actually not an American Comics fanboy at all anymore. I haven't read any for many years. I really should start reviewing them for the channel. But I haven't read any for many years. I really don't know much about Deadshot. I think I knew him more from the Flash TV show or Arrow. Can't remember which one it was in. So yeah, I don't know how Will Smith is how close he is to the original comic book Deadshot, but he is freaking incredible. He is wonderful. And then we don't see this much anymore. A movie star, which I think Will Smith is a real genuine movie star, is somebody who's not only can act and do it and produce an enjoyable movie, but also has this incredible charisma, that bleeds out through the screen. Tom Cruise, by all accounts, is completely wacky. Is completely insane. But I will always go and see a Tom Cruise movie just because that charisma just pours out the screen, and he always does a really good, memorable movie. So Will Smith, absolutely fantastic. But what I really love about this is it puts it in this incredible DC Comics universe, which is heartbreaking that it's gone now. I don't think we're going to see it again. It's so you have scenes at the beginning with Ben Affleck's Batman, who I think is the most Batman-y Batman ever been on film. Most other Batmans have been. Haven't been so close to what I think Batman is. Firstly, you always have to have an origin story whenever they get a new Batman. Really, why? Why? We all know what happened. Everybody knows what happened. You don't need a new origin story for Batman. So, the great thing about the what shall we call it? Who was in charge of it? Trying to remember his name. He'll probably come back to me in about 20 seconds. That's what happens when you become a boomer. You have an idea. Zack Snyder. You see, I told you. I wish I had timed that to wonder how long it was. But the Zack Snyderverse is just really, really comic accurate. So you got Gotham City. You got Killer Croc. Killer Croc, perfectly realized. Again, just pilled straight out the comic book. Batman peeled out the comic book, and Batman doing Batman-y things. There's this incredible chase with Harley Quinn and Joker in the beginning, in this incredible pink sports car. Batman's chasing after and lands on the roof and does all this like Batman-y stuff, which we really don't see. I really kind of like that in Batman versus Superman as well. The like how Batman would be like using his what's it called again? The gun that shoots ropes so he can swing between the building. I just love that stuff. And the utility belt, and so he's chasing them. It goes in the water. He dives in and rescues Harley Quinn. All this is prime, pure Batman, and we hardly ever see it. We hardly ever see it on cinema, and it's tragic. It's like, again, we're rebooting Batman once again, and so we got that. Well, I think one of the most contentious issues of this movie was Jared Leto's Joker, which wasn't great. Okay, Jared Leto, it was a very, very different take on the Joker. It was a much more sane and insane all at the same time. I just think the look of that Joker is fantastic, something we hadn't seen before. And it's a very visual. Comics is obviously a visual medium, which I think. This movie, and I think Batman versus Superman as well, really picked up on Wonder Woman. It picked up on the visualness of it. So you have these wonderful scenes of like Jared Leto laying on the ground, like surrounded by all these knives, in a weird concentric pattern, being very Jokerish. I love the smiley tattoo, which was like the Joker symbol from the 1970s on his hand, and his just pure insanity and him being a crime boss. So it wasn't the greatest Joker on screen, but everything else, I think I can forgive it, and especially I can forgive it for that first act of the movie, absolutely freaking incredible. Of course, the one thing that everybody always remembers about Suicide Squad is Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, incredible performance as Harley Quinn, which I think that's why the Joker seems weak, because her performance is really, really strong, and it's not that Jared Leto's performance is weak. It's just that they're out of sync. I can't really sync them up together. They don't have much on-screen chemistry, which I think that's what really kills it more than anything else. But again, her performance absolutely fantastic. She looks incredible, and that's just something that that gets seared into your memory. And it's really, I think, it's the only thing that anybody really remembered of it, because it was such a surprising standout moment. And there's just so many more good things in it. I'm so surprised I forgot about them. The soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack's also perfect. Like lots of Queen, and I can't even remember all the songs. Just every song that came on, I went, oh my god, I love this song. It was just fan-freaking-tastic. So where does this movie fall apart? This movie really falls apart in its second act. First act, brilliant. Second act, and it's tragic, because it could have been one more pass through that script, and you could have dealt with all those problems. That second act goes on way too long, and the whole setting up of Enchantress as the main villain, and the Enchantress's brother, which I can't even remember what the name of that villain is. He was a bit of a generic villain. But what really sent it off the rails is you had this whole other plot line going on with Joker as well. And so it just got confused and diffused. Now, what would have been much better if you just cut out that Joker plotline and have him caught up in this world-breaking insanity that Enchantress was causing. Joker's robbing a bank, and the bank suddenly gets sucked into the pit of the earth, and then Joker's also entwined in the story, and but it's a cleaner, simpler story, and I think that really would have pulled the whole thing together. Yeah, what's her name? The woman who played Enchantress, Cara Delevingne, I think is I really can't pronounce the name. I'm terribly sorry, but she's also awesome. She was the lead in was it Carnival Row, another series that I really liked this year. Playing a fairy and like a steampunk fairy, but I think she was great in this role. The visuals of how the Enchantress came out. You have the close up of the hand. You see like the black Enchantress hand come over and it turns around. Just incredible. That's a wonderful, incredible experience. And she looks freaking fantastic, especially in that last act. She looked absolutely incredible in it. So you have the second act, which is kind of weak. The first act, freaking incredible, and the third act is very generic superhero movie. And again, I'm going to forgive it for that. I'm going to forgive the second act because that first act is so good. So here's my tip on how to watch it to really enjoy it. And this is something I worked out many years ago. Not many, like 5-10 years ago. I was watching what movie was it? X-Men: Days of Future Past, one of my favorite X-Men movies. And I got up a bit, it got kind of started to drag a bit. I said, "Oh, this is a bit of a draggy bit. I wish we got forward to the next bit." And then a voice in my head said to myself, "Svi, you've seen this movie before." I said, "Yes, indeed, I do know that I have seen this movie before." Then I said, "Svi, you've seen this movie many times before, and you know exactly what's going to happen." I said, yes, in the strange voice in my head, "Yes, I do know I've seen this movie many, many times before." So then this voice in my head had an incredible idea. It said, Svi, you can just skip forward to the bit you want to see because you've already seen it. You're not missing anything. You're not missing any plot because you've already know the plot. You could just skip to whatever you want. So that's what I would recommend. Is a great way to watch the movie. And I'd really recommend you go back and watch the movie. It's such a freaking incredibly good superhero movie in its first act. And then it's like very bad and confused in its second act. And then the third act, it's okay. We can live with it. But it's really, really worth another look. And I feel really bad that it's got such a bad reputation. And Ted, if they just run that script another time through the script mill, they could have shaved about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes off it. It would have been a so much more compact and tight movie. And I just think it really would have worked better. Oh, I also want to say I love Joel Kinnaman in it. He's really, really good. And whoever played Boomerang, what was that? I'm looking at the cast list now, and I still don't know who played Boomerang, but he was great as well. Apparently, who was it? Tom Hardy was originally supposed to be in the movie, so I always assumed he was going to play Boomerang, but no, he was going to play Joel Kinnaman's role, which I really can't remember the name of the character, which isn't a rigging endorsement, I understand, but still, guys, go and check out Suicide Squad. It's much better than you recommend, much better than you remember, and he gets my hearty, strong recommendation. My name is Svi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Ring that little bell so you know when new videos drop. And have yourself a fantastic day.